Recording this video after close trade Monday 16th of April 2012. Hope you had a good day's trading today. On the weekend I was talking about the 1350 level being absolutely key. We needed to hold and put in some divergence patterns before we kind of make a pullback to end of trend on the daily chart, and certainly today's activity we have put in some divergence patterns, but let me just show you what's kind of on my mind here. 1.6 million contracts traded, which is a fair few. See Apple got smacked today. It's down 10% now from the highs. Big volumes traded on Apple. In terms of average trade size, and this is not Better Pro-Am, this is just using another algorithm for average trade size. Today was a pretty low average trade size, and it's kind of a bar heading down, so that's potentially bullish. That's amateurs maybe trying to get short, and in fact the market might start to rally. But on other news, daily chart, so here we go, the pullback level here, got these blue professional bars here. We've got to break tomorrow. We have to break the high of today in order for this pullback level to hold. Otherwise we'll just fall through this and just kind of keep going. If you kind of go down on the time frames here on the 135-minute chart, this is what's got me concerned. We've got this pullback in a downtrend level on cyclical kind of resistance kind of coming in due. We've dropped below support on this time frame. We got this kind of due, and I could just see us kind of making that and just falling through the floor and just kind of going for a run, putting in pullback to end of trend on this time frame. And on this time frame we've not seen exhaustion kind of selling on the downside, so that's a potential area of weakness. On the 45-minute chart you can see we put in exhaustion selling signals kind of down here. We're below support though, a little bit of confusion. We've got these kind of pullback levels kind of signaling here, but they're not kind of neat and tidy in terms of pullback to end of trends. So this becomes support. We've kind of fallen through support, if you like. We kind of rallied up during the day, and kind of support becomes resistance, kind of fallen back down, and we've not put in bullish divergence patterns here. It's just another exhaustion selling signal here. So we're so close to this kind of previous low, I could see us just dropping through that and just keeping on going for a little bit. If you look at the 40,500 chart, today's activity, we have now put an exhaustion selling signal and a bullish divergence, but I talk about these bullish divergence signals when they're very close to the zero line, like here. That's kind of an unstable pattern. You need to be seeing these kind of closer to the midway point. Once you see that, there's usually another divergence pattern that's put in somewhere between the exhaustion signal and that bullish divergence signal. Sometimes that comes up as a flush signal. So that's, although we put in divergence here, it's not necessarily a stable pattern. Again, just like the 45-minute chart, so the 40,500 tip bar chart is very similar to the 45-minute chart. Just like that, we could all just be falling through the support here and just kind of keep going. Down on the 13,500 tip bar chart, you can see this is Friday's activity, and there's the support level here, and again it's close to the zero line, and I just think that we could be just seeing that weakness at the end of the day, kind of selling this move and just dropping through that support level. On the 40,500 tip bar chart, we had some nice signals at the beginning of the day. We kind of came into cyclical resistance here. All these blue professional bars kind of come in extremely weak buying. We go for this down move here, come back into a Rambo pattern, hit it again. Blue professional bars kind of coming in at the lows, and that support kind of holds. And we've come back again at the end of the day with more blue professional bars at the end of the day, but we've dropped through a little bit of a support level there. So not totally convinced that this is going to turn around and make a pullback to end of trend on the daily chart. But if we take out today's highs, if we start going through 72, then maybe that's the case. We'll kind of go for a rally, but it just looks continually weak. I don't think we've seen enough bullish divergence to turn this around. In terms of day trading today, I had a good day, 5.25 points after 4 trades. My first trade was a poor one. I kind of on the 1500 tip bar chart. What was I looking at? On the 500 here, all these blue professional bars kind of coming in here after an exhaustion selling signal. I tried to play this pullback to end of trend, but it turned around very quickly. We made this end of trend on a 500 tip bar chart that coincided with a cyclical resistance on the 4500 tip bar chart. So again, look for those. That's kind of a good little pattern that matches up when you got a trend signal ending on the lower time frame coinciding with cyclical signal on the higher time frame, and you got kind of volume patterns that kind of go with that. So saw on the 500 tip bar chart, pullback to end of trend. It was very weak. We had exhaustion buying, bearish divergence here, and amateur up bars into that pattern, and we just fell away into this downtrend. It was a really strong move into pullback to end of trend. We found some support kind of down here before going for another little bit of a break to the downside, pullback to end of trend. What was interesting here on this retrace, we hadn't seen exhaustion selling on the downside here. That's when we saw the exhaustion selling here, and these were just on these retraces were flush patterns, flushing out the buyers at this point here, Rambo patterns kind of just falling through. So it wasn't until we saw that exhaustion selling that we had a bit more of a bottom being made, and then went for a little bit of a rally to the upside. There we go. In terms of my trading on the 1500 tip bar chart, so initially went long, had to reverse and go short, 3/4 point loss on that first trade, but made 4 points on this down move here. Should have stretched out my target, because then I'd be out at the end of the day for 4. Tried to get short later in the day. It was just too late in this move, and so reversed and went long at 64. And that was after we'd seen this end of trend pattern here, and this blue professional bar comes in here and made 2.5 points on this retrace back up here into Rambo patterns. So I was out with 5.25 after 4, so not bad, but I should have been out after this first trade, just made straight for and been done for the day. Anyway, so I'm not sure which of those trades I'll tag on. Maybe the short at 73. It's kind of a nice little move, but you can just see how quickly it goes and keeps on going. Anyway, so let's see if I can get this video out quickly for you. That's kind of my thoughts on the market. Just don't think we've seen enough kind of divergence, bullish divergence, to kind of come in and hold. But if we break 72 on the way up, and if we break the highs at 74, 75, then we will see continuation of the uptrend. So that's what I'm looking for. Hope you traded well today. Just went short 73 even. Short 73 even. Just checking my stops and targets. So lost a 3/4 point on that first one, but let's see if we got a break below resistance here. Don't particularly like it with Rambo patterns there, but anyway, it's end of trend syncing up with a cyclical resistance here on 4500 tip bar chart. Maybe we need to see a deeper kind of push down to put this bottom in. So let's see. Broke down to 71s, and 72.50 was the previous low. Kind of got through that fairly easily. Got support 1500 at some point down here. It's coming up, but seeing no blue professional bars. We're in a downtrend now below cyclical support on 15, so got to see this run to pull back to end of trend and see where that goes. Target's at 69 at the moment, but we're down to 70s, and blue professional bars coming in here. We've got a cyclical support kind of due, but no blue professional bars yet. We're really in downtrend, accelerating 11,000 on better momentum. So it's maybe starting to catch a little bit here. See. So just had a little bit of a bounce. Blue professional bar kind of coming again at the lows here. Exhaustion selling on 1500. We'll get a support area here, but no blue professional bars yet. So just going to sit through a little bit of a retrace. Play this thing out to pull back to end of trend. Got inventories and housing market index coming out at 9 in about 12 minutes. So let's see, I'll probably go a little bit quiet going into that. There we go, support's just gone off on the 1500 tip bar chart. This kind of gave way here at 71. It's almost like it's going to make pullback to end of trend, but it's just got incredibly weak. Target's at 69 even. So let's go. Just taking out 69 even for 4. Excellent. That was all of a sudden just got incredibly fast. Played back up to 71.5 and just went bang. So still not seen pullback to end of trend on the 500 tip bar chart. But negative 12,000 on better momentum, pretty big reading. Still got a little bit of a ways to go, maybe on the 45. Probably should be, look at this. Should have stretched my target out. I had 3/4 point loss on the first trade, so I should have stretched my target out to 68.25. It would have got a hit and I'd be out with 4. So now I'm going to have to sit on 3.25 and see whether to take another one, just leave it at that. Big reading, minus 29,000. Anyway, that wasn't too bad. It's all before the business inventories and housing market comes out at 9, so 8:52 AM. 2 trades, 3 1/4 points.